there. We're at Bass Pro Shops, by the way, if you haven't noticed by the clips. The big one in Springfield, which is my favorite. I've been going to this one since I was a little girl. If I find any pictures of me as a little girl, I will insert them here in the video. But since I'm vlogging, this is also my favorite. This is a bear standing upright, and I'm short. Isn't it all crazy? And then we're coming up to my best part. Oh, hey, they have a crazy horse statue over here. Oh, that's so cool. We were just saw the Crazy Horse Mountain, so that's really cool. But this is my favorite. I'll get a better clip of it actually, but here in a minute. So there used to be a McDonald's right up there, and I remember we used to eat at it all the time. We would go to it and eat at it all the time, so that was cool. Also, scenery like this really gets me inspired for scene ideas, because the scenery, I can see it live, and so my mind automatically starts playing out stories in this. And so I love this kind of stuff because it really gets me inspired. So let's check out the other side. Again, the scene ideas are so good. So let's go up. I'm scared of heights, so this is terrifying because I'm basically that high. I'm as high as his shoulder, which actually shows you how tall that statue is. There's some people down there. It's huge. I'm all the way up here. We were down there earlier, so I'm slowly starting to get claustrophobic. Not claustrophobic, whatever heights is. I'm scared of heights. Somebody tell me in the comments below. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Oh, guys. This video should be called Ryder Deals with Fear of Heights. Oh my. Oh my. I'm gonna turn around so you can see where I'm at right now. I am shaking so bad. And there's our statue. Oh my. Oh my. Let's go over by this statue here. This is actually new, I think. Either that or I've just never been up here. This is my view. I am now at the top of this thing, high enough to see the eagle. That's terrifying. Also smells really good. I think there's like a restaurant over here. So imagine that we hiked up here. So also, this is behind me. I am getting so shaky and I can't hardly, oh my. If I get away from the edge, like over there, I'll be fine, but every step I take, I feel like I'm gonna fall. But here's some more scene. Oh, there's the goats. I'm up here with the mountain goats, guys. Oh my gosh, this is the top. This is the top of the waterfall. Oh my. I am literally up here at the top of the waterfall with the goats. This is terrifying. Just imagine the story ideas though. The guy walking across here, getting to that area, having to jump because he's running from enemies, and imagine jumping from one cliff to the other, and maybe some bad guys are shooting up at him, or maybe there's some bad guys up higher. Imagine that this cliff keeps going and there's some bad guys shooting down at him. Oh, the scene ideas. And then some other people have to go inside this cave and run for it. This is so cool. Ah. This is actually new, I think. Now I really am here with the goats. Oh my. So the rider's lesson here is if you have a fear of heights, don't go up high, basically. But no, that was a joke. The actual rider's lesson though is that you can find inspiration wherever you go. So if you've been dry on ideas, go to some place near you that is inspiring like this. If you want to go to actual nature, I'm sure there are a lot of places like that, but you can take even a scene like this. As I said, we've got the good guy jumping. He'd have to jump across here, maybe land here. Maybe he grabs a hold of it and he's falling and the rocks are crumbling, and he climbs up and he's, you know, getting shot at by bad guys who are chasing him from that way. Or maybe up here, that's a good place for one. And he climbs up here and, you know, big epic chase scene. You can find inspiration anywhere, honestly. And it's so cool. And I love being a writer because you can think of all kinds of ideas. You can think of so much. Okay, so now we're going down on the other side. So I'll pause this so I can get down here because I'm terrified. See, and he comes over here to finish up our scene, and he runs over here, and maybe down here leads to a cave. So take out that elevator there and insert a cave. So he runs down here and basically gets away from the bad guys, and boom, you've got your scene idea. Or another idea, I'm terrified, I'm terrified, I'm terrified, I'm terrified. He could fall, which is terrifying. Oh my. Okay, so that would be a perfect location for the cave. So maybe he falls down and he hits the rocks and the water really hard. So he's hurt, he's stumbling, and he stumbles into the cave. And then you would start your next scene sequence from when he stumbles in the cave and is trying to lose the bad guys. And there's your scene, guys. See, you can find inspiration anywhere. So I've lost my husband. Oh, hey, there's some hunters. Imagine those as bad guys. We got a windmill over here. We could do a whole new scene idea with maybe a family who lives in a windmill. You can find inspiration anywhere you look. Okay, so once our guy runs into the cave, the bad guys are scrambling down the cliff to get to him. He hides in his cave. So we've got some more scenes here. So he could run, there could be a tunnel. So like, I don't know if you can see this very well, but in here it gets very narrow. My husband actually had to duck. I'm short so I can walk straight. But imagine that this tunnel continues. So he runs down a tunnel of rocks. Maybe he has to crawl through a crevice like this, so he has to crawl and it gets narrower and tighter, and the rocks could be really tightening in on his shoulders. so he could feel claustrophobic. And remember, he's also wounded from his fall, so he could have any kind of wounds that you want that he or she has to deal with. And they could just keep running, and then they stumble across maybe a cave bear. So maybe he crawled through that tight crevice, maybe it comes out this way, and he deals with some sort of creature. It doesn't have to be a bear, it could be a magical creature, it could be a dragon, it could be any type of creature that you want. It could be a flying bear, it could be a bear that can create fire. Whatever fantasy creature you want, he encounters that, and he has to determine whether he's going to face the creature or the soldiers chasing him. So, as a writer, I absolutely just love taking inspiration from wherever I go, and really just, yeah, this is a really good scene. So I really just love taking inspiration from wherever I go, and just taking it, whether it's like this, where the scenery itself really inspires me for an environment and a scenery, or whether it's something else like a zoo that inspires me for different animals and creature ideas, or whether it's like this where it's a museum and the animals are stuffed and stuff, and you can imagine different fantasy elements to it. I love taking inspiration from the world around me, and as a writer, that's what you can do, especially if you've hit a dry period and you get stuck. The best thing to do is to just go about your life and to get out in the world. Find something near you that was fun, maybe cheap or free. This is a shop called Bass Pro Shops, and it's completely free. You can just come in here. We're going to do the museum, which actually costs, but you don't have to do that. And so you can just come into any place, go to a park, and just sit there and look at the scenery, listen to the world around you. A quick exercise tip is to literally take a notebook with you, or a laptop or tablet or phone. Sit down at a park, just start to write and describe what you see and what you hear, and just write it like a journal entry. It doesn't have to be formal, it doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be well written, but you just start writing what you see, what you hear. Try to use all 5 of your senses and just really get into what you see, what you hear, what's around you, and maybe that'll spark your inspiration and stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video about being inspired. And for those of you who don't know, I'm at Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri. My husband and I are celebrating our anniversary, which was yesterday. I've been vlogging the progress because it's part of my vlogs I've been making as I write Steel Magi, which I'm not going to release those on YouTube until I release the book, which it's not finished yet, so that may be a little while. But I figured some of these videos may be footage for other videos, including this one, which is about getting inspiration from the world around you, getting inspiration wherever you are, overcoming writer's block, and just being inspired wherever you go. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and share it with your friends and any other writers that may need help or advice or whatever. And please like this video, or please subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday.
Thank you.